This one is particularly ghoulish as well, just in a different and stranger way.
Great.
So it says, TikTok nurse apologizes after creating a list of plastic surgery procedures to perform on Natalia Dyer.
What?
Can we show the video, please?
Yes, we're gonna watch the video first. Have no fear. So let's get this started.
All right, guys, let's talk about Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things.
Oh,
First of all, she killed it in Stranger Things, and if you don't like Stranger Things, we cannot be friends. So,
Oh my God.
Natalia's injector.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I would do. We start by treating those masseters, and we all know how much I love treating masseters to help slim the face. Next, I would actually add a little bit of chin filler just to help fill out her chin and make her whole face more of like a heart-shaped. Next, I would add a little bit to the lips, just a little bit, nothing crazy, just a nice pout. And then we'd get in there and do a little bit of Botox. I'd give her a nice brow lift to help open up her eyes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to top it off, we'd start working with some Sculptra. She does seem to have more thin skin, and we want to prevent that from getting thinner and create more collagen. All right, let's see what the final product would give us. Ta-da! All right, how do we like my Photoshop skills? As we can tell, her jaw is slimmer, her chin is more pointy, and her eyebrows are more lifted, and gotta love that pout.
She looks like a guitar pick.
Yeah,
I loved when you said that.
That's hilarious. She looks like everyone else. Boring.
A very pretty guitar pick, but
Oh, yeah.
the Photoshop makes her look like a guitar pick.
Yeah, the
Now,
Photoshop's
we
not
could
good.
say she's just bad at Photoshop, and if
Yes.
she actually did those procedures, it would look great. I don't really care. I don't think they would look great anyways.
Plus, I don't trust a person who
And-
thinks that they can be better at actually messing with your skin and not get better at Photoshop first, then come to me
Right,
about.
you better be more visually attuned than that.
Exactly.
It's like when you see advertisements for it's like discount LASIK eye surgery. I'm like, if there's one thing that you should just go crazy and pay full price on,
Might splurge
it's your
on a surgery
eyes.
once in a
maybe.
while.
Eye surgery. I agree.
But like, this is completely unsolicited advice on how someone looks, and it honestly like discounts that she's like a person.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is how she naturally looks. I'm sure most celebrities have gotten work done. Maybe
sure.
Natalia Dyer has, but it's the kind that you don't notice off
it
the
was
bat.
well done.
Plus,
yeah,
even
for
if
sure.
it was noticeable, that's her right to go and seek that out.
She
Exactly.
basically took everything that makes her unique and compelling to look at on screen and
Took it out.
it vanished.
Yeah. Can I say I have a slightly unpopular opinion since we talked about this before the show?
Okay.
I think there's a tendency to be like, I have an expertise and I want to talk about it. I think this will set me apart and it might help me go viral.
Yeah, because everyone's looking to how to monetize their niche.
Exactly.
Right?
And
Like-
her niche is plastic surgery.
Yeah,
I
like-
get it. So you take a popular person and you're like, oh, here's how I would fix them.
I watch lots of like camping videos, stealth camping videos, camping in cold weather videos, and all of them they do a thing where it's them camping, right? And
have a shtick.
the hook is that they're like camping in a confined space and it looks very cozy when they're doing it, especially in the thumbnail. But most of them, what they do is they turn it into like a cooking show, right? Where they all cook a meal.
Okay.
Well, and that's like that's the hook for a lot of them. It's like people get to see them. Brave conditions, build a tent like out in the wilderness or camp in their car, and it's like there's this one dude who does stealth camping. His name's Steve Wallace, and it's really funny. It's like he camps on like a highway median, and all these like really like or like on a roundabout, like
Really?
yeah,
That's
like-
interesting.
like-
See,
What?
that's interesting.
Like-
and you can get in trouble for that. So you're kind of pushing it there.
Yeah, well, yeah, and his shtick is like he looks like scared all the time, as if the
Gonna
cop
get run
wouldn't
over
just
by
be
a car.
as if the cop wouldn't just be like, "What the hell are you doing? Get the hell out of here!" Like, but I think when you're like a middle class dude, it scares him a lot more than it would somebody who is actually like homeless.
Yeah,
so
for
he's
sure.
like his wife drops him off in like random locations to go camping, and he's always like his.
Like, bye, sweetie. I'll see you later.
His voice is always kind of scared, and like I'm like, dude, the cop would just look at you like you're nuts and
Sure,
tell you
he
to
knows.
get out.
That's
Like-
part of his shtick.
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Can I just say before we move on, though, I don't know what direction we're going to go in, but I wanted to say that I feel like this is a case also of women criticizing other women, and I don't really like it.
Just proving that the
Well,
trend
The girls support girls thing
Total
That's
lie.
not
is
true.
about women doing heinous things and then
Amber Heard,
expecting
baby.
no one to criticize them.
Yeah.
And if you
Exactly.
are of the same gender and if you criticize them, then you're not a good feminist or you're not supporting other women and you're jealous and have internalized misogyny. But like, these are the same people like cheering on plastic surgery because I guess if a woman wills it, it's a feminist decision.
Yep.
but like she's forcing it on somebody else.
Well, she's not like forcing her to get surgery. She's just giving her 2 cents. It's just not
Nobody
nice.
wants the 2 cents.
Yeah.
Like that, she's not asking for the 2
she's
cents.
she's forcing her so-called expert opinion.
Yeah. I agree.
Which
it's
is
completely unwarranted.
warped also because she herself has an edited face and
100%.
Edited,
She's
yes.
using a filter too.
filter
and a filler.
and filler.
Yeah.
And works on edited faces all day. She's incentivized to recommend as many alterations as possible
Yes, this
to
is her
make money.
business. Yeah.
She doesn't really care what looks better.
It's like going to a therapist. They're like their job isn't really
They're
to
like,
get
no,
you
everything's
better.
fine
the
with
same.
you. Yeah.
Exactly the
Yeah.
same.
Their job
You're
is
fine.
to keep you. It's like that's why they say like why would they cure cancer when there's so much more money
They exist
to
to
be made?
perpetuate themselves.
As far as therapists, yeah.
Honestly, that's all of Hollywood.
Yeah,
if you want
true.
to see a trend, like one of the cleanest ways to delineate when entertainment got really, really, I guess woke. It used to be normal to see shows with women who would be catty with other women, and that felt real. And
Yeah,
true
there's
to
a
life.
reason it feels
Now,
real.
It's all yes, Queen Slay. It's oh my God, you're such a girl boss. Oh my
No,
God,
that's
and you're
not
just like,
real.
I do not know a single girl that talks like that.
No,
I
it
do not.
does. Yeah, I worked in nursing. Girls don't talk like that to each other. They can be really supportive. I worked on a really good unit. We had great teamwork and cohesion, and people were by and large very supportive of each other.
Social media.
Yeah,
It's
that's
because
true,
it's
too.
because they fake it on social media.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, you're so beautiful. You know, it's the meme. It's girls lie to each other by complimenting each other, and guys lie to each other by insulting each other.
Right.
And
So-
it's like, oh my God, you're so pretty. And the guy's like, do I look fat? He's like, I know 5 fat people, and you're 4 of them.
Right.
Like-
So somebody asked why women can't criticize other women, and the issue
Yeah.
is not criticizing other women. It's that it becomes all they do. It becomes a form of gossip. It becomes very toxic very quickly. In fact, I was reading an article from a feminist about this, and she worked with a bunch of other women. She's like, this should be great, but this is the worst workplace I've ever worked in. It's awful. Like, I can't get ahead. No one wants to have my back. And in my unit where I worked, it wasn't social media stuff. It was very real, down to earth. I will help you with this task if you need help. Like, actually having a goal to work toward.
I think
really eliminates
this
a lot of that.
video is just unbridled
Envy.
addiction to social media
And
attention.
let's be fair, she did apologize. So it's not like she doubled down
She's
on
like,
this.
"Ah, I went viral."
She says,
Sorry.
she said,
Yeah.
okay, that's this.
Well,
she,
you still won.
She deleted the video.
Gee, okay.
She deleted the video. So it
I think
says,
that's good.
I just wanted to come on here and basically clear the air. I did not mean to offend anyone, including Natalia, she began. I was simply just offering suggestions, not on what you have to do, just on what the possibilities are. And what I see here is like somebody who lives in their own bubble of work and is somebody who sees these things as positives for
Yeah.
society. I don't think she meant anything malicious by it. I think she's just embroiled in her own view of the world and doesn't realize that when you give it unsolicited to someone else, you're not operating on the same wavelength. And social media is a world
Yeah.
of different wavelengths altogether.
I think it's the same ghoulish impulse that we were just talking about with Chadwick Boseman, where people are so insulated from the real world and so I guess the first example was Hollywood.
Yeah.
You are so in that bubble, and then with her, she's in her own bubble of her workplace of being famous on TikTok and everyone applauding what you do.
Yeah.
You aren't open to criticisms.
Yep.
And I don't know, people just don't know how to be people anymore.
She's defined by her work. She gives a further explanation. She says, as an advanced injector, that's what we do. We look at faces, we assess and look at the possibilities, not on what you need to do or what you have to do. They're simply just options, Wilson continued before using herself as an example. She listed off the cosmetic procedures that she had done and revealed that she had gotten Botox, lip and cheek filler, and a brow lift. So she does not see it as a bad thing. Therefore, she
No.
did not mean it in an insulting way
Sure.
to this person. But it's the unsolicited nature of the advice.
Right.
That's like the other people that come in to talk to you about this stuff made that choice to come there to talk to you about it, and that's fine. This person did not ask this from you. But
Now, imagine being this person and watching a video where someone picks apart your entire face.
and to me, I'm one of those people like yesterday. I was a little bit more like when we were talking about Kate Moss, and I'm like, I'm out of sympathy. I just don't care. And I felt a little bit bad about saying that after the fact. But to like this, it's like, on one hand, I'm like, oh my God, they're a public figure. Like, these people just need to be thicker skinned. But imagine being a young woman and not to sound, like imagine being a young woman and trying to ignore all of this stuff. And I'm one of those people that's very, very jaded when they're like, look at the expectations that are thrust upon young women. But usually when they're doing that, they're talking about it in the context of what they think men are telling them that they have to look like. This isn't a guy telling you
it's never men telling women what to do and where.
Guys,
it never is.
There's that the other meme. It's like no guy ever looked at a chick and said she'd be hotter if her eyelashes were longer.
Right, or they don't say, why are you wearing that dress again? They never do. That's a woman thing. All of the stuff that women complain about is typically from other women, and I don't understand why they don't realize that, or if they feel like they can't say it.
Yep. So Natalia, I keep calling her Natalia. I think that was the first time. Off air, I kept calling her Natalie.
There you go.
Natalia captioned her apology, hoping to clear the air. I was not suggesting that Natalia needed any of that work done. It was just an example. Of course, Natalia is absolutely stunning the way she is. That's why she's so successful. Well, maybe it's her acting talent too. I'm just saying, like.
Well, to get hired for an acting talent,
she keeps saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes, swing and a miss on that apology there, but we're getting there.
That's getting closer.
Yes,
her tone didn't sound rude.
I'm sorry if people took this as being mean or rude. That was not my intent at all. She concluded, and that is the problem with social media: is like the absence of body language, the absence of a personal connection to the person you're talking to, makes social media rife for a place for you to deconstruct what someone else is saying in the context of what you believe.
I'm going to push back on that a little bit because she did use video. If she had tweeted about this,
still not the same.
It's a little bit better. Ian talks about this a lot on the show. He thinks that video is a huge boon to actually like going above and beyond and not using text, which I agree with. But even if you're using video, like you were saying, if you don't know the person, you really don't have a place to stand.
The person could just be a good actor or a good like that. Like I can do this doesn't mean I'm good at talking to people in the real world.
Right, exactly.
People in the real world.
I wouldn't say that.
But I'm saying that people have, like, this can be a skill set that people have to be able to project their what they're trying to say to a camera is different than doing it to another human being.
Right.
So, at least the way I see it is like when I'm talking to the camera and we're talking to the audience, that's still a fairly impersonal relationship because I'm talking outward. I'm not taking in.
Yeah.
So
I guess like if you are just talking to your camera lens, you're not able to see like in a conversation you'd be able to respond in real time to people's reactions.
There's even times when I'm talking and I can see what you like because we're facing each other and I can see your facial expressions and that might affect like what if I'm saying maybe if I go off too far in one direction you can look at what somebody's how they're reacting to figure out how
if they're like
how to adjust that's an extreme example, but you can use that as a way to adjust your speech or your choice of words. And that's part of the social of social connection.
100%.
So, thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.